間和樹。いざ尋常に一本目勝負。シャルドット対騎馬神源十郎。いざ尋常に一本目勝負。2本目勝負。
What a cheap thing to do. Oh, dude, barely. Yes, we will continue.
シャルドット対占領京四郎。いざ尋常に一本目勝負。
What a cheap shot. Cheap shot. Cheap shot. Cheap shot. No, it's cheap. A lot of damage. The Zangief of Samurai Shodown with his grab, with his throws and whatnot. And he blocks a heck of a lot. Surprised he fell for that one. Forgot she had uppercut. Splash font. Splash font. Get him, Charlotte. Get him, get him. No way, that's a bogus. Can't even land a splash font. Freaking blocking everything. Barely did miss that one. No. No. At least I did a finisher on him, I guess. I was trying for the thing. Button layout's so awkward in this game. Welcome to the stream, wherever you are. This is some hardcore fighting game right here. This is your timing definitely matters in this one. Oops, thought I could sneak that one in there, but I guess he thought otherwise. Yukio Tachibana versus Charlotte. Oh, good call, dude. I get that one. Probably not a good position for me to be in. I'll try to land one of these if I can help it. It's hard to hit the right button combo. Oh, yeah, you got me. You gotta hit like X. Well, I have it set where you have to press X in the circle. I sort of rearranged the button layout. The original layout for this game is like, yeah, it is definitely hard to get used to. Finally landed one. Splash font. Good. Yeah, I should have put like a warning about the flashing, because that is a issue. Oh man, he tried to sneak one in on me. I didn't get a finisher. That sucks. That sucks.
シャルドット対ガルフォードいざ尋常に一本目勝負
Oh, he got a strong one in on me. And he's doing the damage. Poppy, leave me alone, dude. Oh, you done it. Good call. I lost. Bizarra.
いざ尋常に一本目勝負
Oh, dude. Well, that was over fast.
2本目勝負
Oh, get one up. Let's see. Trust my different for change. Who do I want to be? Who'll be this dude? Kazuki Kazama.
立花右京
Kachibana Yukio.
いざ尋常に一本目勝負
He leaves half of himself there. He's like he shoots a fireball, so he's a sort of Shodown style character. Don't know what that man, yeah, that dude's got an odd character set. Like I figured out, he had the fireball, and he has
二本目勝負
the out of pants experience. I don't know what that does, explosive pants or something. And he has whatever that was. That's a half circle. Oh, he gets a fireball to follow him or something. Okay, I see what it is. Okay, I understand now. This half circle back and then half circle forward with circle pressed afterwards, and it will make a bigger fireball shit out. So that's pretty cool. We'll try him again. Give him a fair chance here. I find it odd that that when you continue, you don't play against the same enemy. It's usually a different one. Yeah. So that's a 3/hit with the half circle, half forward. Oh crap! This boss is sort of like a sub boss. This dude is cheap as heck. If he gets you with his tongue and he throws you, man, it does the damage. I'm surprised he didn't start doing that tongue grab. Usually he does that. Okay, that'll do some damage. It's nearly like half health almost. Whoa, my bad. Oh. This is like a at base a 3-button fighter, but it has actually two different strong buttons, one for kick and one for punch at the top shoulder button. So that's one thing to note. Whoa, damage. Knocked his arm off. I guess that's a fatality for him. I don't know. Never done one on him before. Hanso Hattori. Missed it. If he hadn't charged me, I would have tried it again. dude. No, that's done. The thing is, when you use your meter up for that special attack, you can either do a slow motion special or a special that does like a comboed special attack, and they're each tied to the left and R2 button, L2 and R2 buttons. And landing them is kind of tricky, especially with this game being so intense the way it is. Like even at the 4-star normal difficulty, like it is top tier level CPU. Like the AI is really defensive, really on top of things. This is offline, by the way. This isn't the online. The only people playing this online are the Japanese PSN players, and they don't want to play with people from, you know, across the ways, because the connection of, obviously, this is not one. The netcode isn't done by a particularly popular company, so I don't think it. My experience with the Last Play 2 netcode, it was not all that great. Probably one of the worst in fighting games. And this runs on the same thing, I think. I did the cross up. That's not good. Dude. Yeah, some weird company that does netcode for this. I don't even know why they chose it. Maybe it's affordable or something. But I love this game, though. I really do. My favorite. I do have the Samurai Shodown VI, which is like the. I think it's actually the one before this, but it has all the characters from all the games in it. Even the little sub characters like the monkey and Poppy the dog of Galford. All that stuff. The hawk. You can play as the hawk, which is pretty cool. This one is limited. It doesn't have all the characters, but it does have intact the fatalities, which is pretty cool. And I will definitely give it credit for that. That is plus. So. I love the Samurai Shodown series, and I hate that it got tongue-tied there for a second, but it ended with a 3D version on the Xbox 360. And it didn't sell too well, so it kind of got its reputation hurt. I think the 3D version had actual fatalities in it too, like limb fatalities, finishers, or whatever you want to call them. Not the traditional ones, like you have the blood fount where you pierce them with this one, or the you know, various cutting in half ones. This one actually has one where you cut them, split them right down the middle, and your character gets coated in blood. So that's a pretty cool finisher. It's hard to do. I mean, you gotta hit them with heavy, I think, to get that one. Like, I remember in the original Samurai Shodown, to get the little blood pierce, you know, little blood spray, you had to press the weak button. The weak slash. Let's see. I'll try to land one of these if I can. Oh man, he grabbed me. For Charlotte, you gotta be close. Didn't get it. Charlotte does this little rose slash thing. She has two different variations of it. Like, she'll slash them like 20 times about, and then it'll show a little lotus petal or something, rose or something like that.
いざ尋常に一本目勝負
I never did main Rose when I played the originals, but I'm finding that I like Rose. I mean not Rose. Why do I keep saying Rose? I mean like Charlotte. Thinking of Street Fighter, I think, but nah. Charlotte's pretty good. She's got an uppercut, projectile that can be delayed. Splash font, which is the one where she, you know, multi-hits, little E Honda type deal thing going on with her lance or whatever, not lance, but rapier thing. So, but yeah, I like how her voice lines are actually French. She'll speak in French when she does a win quote, so that's pretty cool. And I think unique to this game is the Yukimi roll that you can do there. That's the one of the differences between this and the oh, I lost someone, dude. Between the other Samurai Showdowns, I don't think they had the roll in there. I could be wrong. Samurai Showdown 6 probably had it. With this varied, with this, you could actually choose different mechanics types, different types of meters. Oh man, I think she finished me. That ain't a she, I don't think that's a he, dude. But yeah, I got finished. But give a different character a try here. Jinjuro, he was one of my favorites. One of my all-time favorites. I like this color on him. When he gets enraged, he'll actually turn all red. Man, that thing's landed on me. Oh, got careless with that. But as you can tell, like the heavy hits really do big damage, so you really want to stick those in when you can. That dude. Oh, he caught me. I am getting careless with this. This is bad. I think he did a finisher. No. No. Mirror matches are usually not my strong suit. Let's see. This is the main character, the Ryu of the series. He actually, Oamaru, Hoamaru, or whatever you want to call him. This stage is actually in the original game. Original Sega version that I had. Man, I am getting slaughtered. That grab though. That's another thing, when they stay on top of you like that, man, they can sneak in some stuff, especially when they stun you or whatever with the weapon clash like that. They'll retaliate. The actual response time between button press and the on-screen action. I mean, it is good. Like offline, it is on point. It is precise. You really got to be on top of things to make it far in this game. He just, yeah, she finished the heck out of me on that one. That was the diagonal slice finisher. But I mean, if this was this good online, man, I'd be playing it all the time. Like, but there's not anybody in these states that I could find playing it. Mostly Japanese players, as I said. It's I don't think it picked up too well with the PSN community, fighting game community. I don't think they appreciate it that much. And to be fair, with the Last Play 2's online, you know, I kind of am skeptical. I don't know if it would. He's gonna keep on doing it. Dude, I don't know if the online, the netcode would be great with this game. Man, always have a problem with this dude. Oh man. But like I said, this is, I think this is set to normal, level 4. So this is how rough the it is unforgiving. You really gotta know your characters too, and I'm just blindly choosing. Whoa. We'll go back to Charlotte. I know Charlotte. I don't know that guy for sure. Go back to the Charlotte's. Let's see. Give her a red outfit. I think I just got paired with the guy I was playing as. Man. Response time matters in this game for sure. He caught me with the tail end of it. I was sure I'd block that. Took almost all of that. I stuck it in. The punishes are brutal, I tell you. Whoa. No. I doubt I'm gonna land it, but got him. Finally landed it. Oh, he's gonna try. The only problem I found with this game is the controller layout. Like, I had to adjust the buttons. You can remap the controls in the menu. It is very awkward. I set light to square, medium to triangle, and kick to circle, and then I did the roll to, or the evasion to X, in case anybody wants to know. It works better that way. The heavies are R1 and L1, and the two special meter attacks are R2 is the slowdown special, and L2 is the trigger to start the one that I just did a while ago, the combo special, or the ultimate, whatever you want to call it. And to actually do the combo special, you have to, with the setup, you have to press down, forward, and then, or whatever the motions are, plus X and circle with the layout that I use. So I'll try to do the slowdown one, see if I can. Can't do it. I used up the meter. They must have jabbed me out of it. Oh crap. That is not good. Not good, not good. Why did I do that? That was stupid. I thought I had my, I wasn't even paying attention, man. That sucks. Why? But that was the slowdown special I was talking about. It does it automatically. You don't have to do any follow-up. You just use it to your advantage to kind of do the damage you need to do and all that good stuff. Let's see. I used to know Bizarre's moveset, but now I am sort of lost on it. I know he has the aerial stuff and the half circle and all that, but dude, do some Yukio Tachibana. I don't know why it is, but I usually get a mirror match with him every single time. Boo. Oh, fell right into that one. Yes, that was intense, but like it is a very reactionary fighter. You know, you gotta be on point when you're blocking and everything, and know that every attack will usually, if it is blocked, it'll usually be followed up by a you know, punished by the computer player. Ah, crap. Didn't even get a chance. He was being too aggressive. Man. don't know why I kept on jumping. Right, fell right into that one. Dude. I think the diagonal finish is probably one of the easiest to do. I think it's either medium or heavy button you hold. Like if I remember correctly, in the original Samurai Shodown, it depended on if you held down the slash, the finishing slash button, if it would actually do the finisher. So it all depended on, you know, if you held that button down for that last hit. I don't know if it still works that way or not, but yeah, that was how it worked. As you can see, you got the bosses here. You got the 4 different bosses from the series. You can play as them too. That's pretty cool. Gonna do this guy again. I like him. I don't even know why I jumped on that one. Didn't do too well there, honestly. I wasn't using heavy a lot, so it did put me at a disadvantage. You really gotta use heavy on these things. Whoa. Oh, let's go do. Yeah, that's not good. Oh man, he got me. Brutal. I think that might have. Yeah, he split in half. But see, if he would have been standing, yeah, I got him. It still got him. He got the blood cover. Do green. Green. I think there's only 4 different colors. I think you got the base color, which is square. Well, using the layout I got, and then you got the 3 other colors. The special color being tied to the roll button. Whoa, brutal. Dragon Ball. No, Goku, I don't need that stuff. Nope. Nope. Oh man, I can't believe that hit. I was actually crouched blocking. But I guess I jumps maybe. No, that I wasn't expecting. He disarmed me. Now he's gonna make sure I don't get my oh, almost did it. He disarmed me. Yeah, I think there's also another mechanic at play. It's mentioned in the controls, actually. Oh, dude, that sweep. If you press the touchpad, I think it may be the disarm button. I don't know exactly what it is. I couldn't figure it out. Let's see. Stuff and things. Let's see. It's been a while since I played this character.
冷め静まる対花封院ガイラいざ尋常に一本目
No, this character has an uppercut, has a that attack. I think that's half. Yeah, it's half circle, backward plus triangle. Or oh man, those throws! I tell you, they do the damage in this game. The grappling characters. Don't know. I shouldn't have wasted that. Probably. I don't know what his inputs are for the. I think he has a actual umbrella pounce too, if I remember correctly. Like you can pounce on their heads. In Samurai Shodown 6, I think it is, Gaira actually was bald, and there was another character that actually sported his this hairstyle, and it wasn't Gaira, it was a alternate character. So that's a little fun fact there. I liked Gaira back in the day. I liked I used to read a lot of these these magazines that showed these strategies back in the day before the fighting games became really popular. That did some damage. Oh man, he did a shout. But yeah, I remember seeing Samurai Shodown 3 in one of the magazines. I think it wasn't Game Informer. It was Game something or another. But I had actually bought Samurai Shodown 3 Blades of Blood for the PlayStation 1, and it was my favorite out of the series. Hands down the favorite Samurai Shodown that I actually liked. It had actually treachery and chivalry finishers, which were different from all these basic finishers you got here. And I wish SNK would bring that game back. Bring back, I don't care if it doesn't have online, but like bring back Samurai Shodown 3 as a PlayStation 4 port. I would be happy. I would be a happy gamer. Yeah, I'm noticing a pattern. Like when I use a character and I switch afterwards, it looks like it makes it the opponent. So that's an interesting thing to note. I don't usually get Shizumaru for the opponent when playing through arcade. Oh, he caught me in it. Dude. I didn't like Charlotte's design in the first game. I don't think it was the best. I think this one's better, to be honest. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, that's not good either. Getting low. Missed it. I don't know why I keep jumping on it. Yeah, I think that was the blood fount finisher there. That was one of the piercing ones, I guess. I think in Samurai Shodown 6 you can actually play as that little character there. I think that's one of the ones you can actually the pets. I have to play that next time and show you guys. The only thing I didn't like about that one is the character select menu. You've actually got a short timer on it, and you've got to choose your meter type and everything. It sort of should not have been timed. I don't think it's, but I think it's more of a direct port, so they didn't have any way to correct it or anything. Oops. Keep on standing up at the wrong time. Zoning character, as it were. Whoa. Man, that stagger. I don't even know why I wasted it. Oh, dude. Oh, that was bad. The timer, like if you got a character that parries a lot, or like staggers you, or does all that stuff, it can make the timer go by quickly. You really gotta stay on top of the characters. I don't know. Didn't mean to do that extra motion. I think this character's got my number though. Usually I don't have such a problem with her, but man, yeah, definitely having a problem there though. Ah, dude. I can't say I'm as aggravated about that character being zoning heavy as she is, but in some games it's really bothersome. I think had I not had projectiles or way in, it would have been more frustrating. But yeah, there's always a zoning character in fighting games. Always got your projectile spammer characters. Let's see, do some Jubei here. I think there's a lot of variety when it comes to character types in this one. You got your basic Shodos, you got your
1本目
your variations, hybrids, they balance it out decently, I think. And this character I'm against, Nakaruru, is in a class of her own. I think she got her. Man, she's acting like a grappler right now, though. I swear. She uses that bird. I remember one game she had a wolf. I think it was Samurai Shodown 3. She had a wolf or a bird. The slash or the different variant. The slash or the what is that other one called? There was two different character things you could choose from. Man, I think I got a perfect on that one. Yeah, she's definitely acting like a grappler in this one. I'll say, Jubei's R1, man, it's his heavy, slash is really, really powerful. Ah, she got me. You can actually turn, this is odd, but you can turn the blood to white for some reason. You have the option to do that. You also have the option to add scan lines like the arcade version. You can actually put it full screen or with borders. You can do it smaller than this, you know, with the same banner outlines and stuff. But yeah, there's different options with this one. This one is not what I would call direct port. It's kind of what they did with Last Blade 2, where they added the online to it. They sort of, you know, added extra features to it. So that was a, I don't know why I selected that. I was trying to back out. I was going to show you guys all that, but I guess I'll play Galford. Yeah. I can usually figure out a character's moveset, like what I've learned from playing fighting games for about, I'd say, 30 years, is that they follow a certain structure, like the motions that are used. Sometimes you can fill them out, like all the half circles, the four, you know, the quarter circles and all that. You can pretty much figure it out without even consulting the command list. I use Street Fighter's model as a sort of a guide, and the King of Fighters, because they are like the grandfathers of the fighting game genre, I guess it were. But the only differences that you really got to pay attention to are like in Arc System Works fighters and stuff, where they add in different mechanics, especially the Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear series. You really gotta mind those extra details if you want to make the most of the game, you know. But like when they go basic like this, when this is just the basics here and not really beyond that, you can actually figure out a character pretty easily just by filling them out. Like Galford there, I was able to figure out he had a quarter circle forward, dagger backward, quarter circle a poppy summon. So it's you can usually go by, you know, those basic guide motions, as I call them, and figure out a character. Now, you know, when it gets to grapplers, you can pretty much rest assured that will be like a full circle motions involved, and there, that was a half circle, back plus circle. That was that. So it's just about filling out the combos. I mean, not the combos, the motions, and the which button does what. I don't know why I did that.
Hey, come on. 2本目勝負
Oh, no, let's go do some damage. I don't know why I did that. Ah, I did a finisher. Sweet. That is actually the first time I finished the arcade mode in this thing. I've never pushed it through to the end, but I did continue. So, to be fair, it was not a clean playthrough by any means. Like I said, this game is very intense, very trying, and yeah, it'll test your reflexes very much. But I like it. I think it's worth it. I think for I think it was $14.99. It's not a bad buy. I mean, even if you only play it offline or locally, it's a good game. I'd say locally is your best option with this. Like, watch this. This is the says SNK Play More. I don't know why they kept that intact, because SNK is not with Play More anymore. But I guess they had to. I don't know. But it didn't show the logo. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna show you some of the options. We'll go to the gallery first. Show you. See, it unlocks different screen, you know, art and whatnot. You can actually screenshot this and use this in your PSN profile if you like. I've been doing that with some fighting games on occasion. A little tip, you know, if you want to decorate your profile, you want to be fighting game oriented. Then you go to options. You got your game options. You got the difficulty. So it was set to 1, and even one is hard. So it's the AI is top tier. Let's just say that it's at level 4, it's like that's supposed to be normal in a fighting game, and it feels like I'd say hard difficulty. Beyond that, man, like if I went to 8, shoot, they'd be blocking the heck out of everything, punishing everything. It's crazy. You can set your match points. Here's where the blood goes, you know, you can turn it to white, red, violence, high, low, or medium. I got it set to high because, you know, I like it that way. I don't know what the difference would be between medium and high. I imagine they'd probably remove the more grotesque ones where it has blood splatter on your on the character after you split them in half. That's probably the difference. Go to the control mapping and show you that. Controls. So this is your controller setup. You got the light, medium, kick, special. You got the AB, the shoulder buttons, as I said. That's what I've got it set to. Provocation. Now, see, now that's the thing I don't know what it does. I haven't done the research on it yet, and I've never really used it. I'm thinking as a taunt, maybe, or provocation. It sounds like a taunt, but I couldn't get it to work. I don't. I've been having issues with my controller, so I don't know if that might be at fault. But it sounds like a taunt to me. So that is an option, whatever that is. And you can't set what the individual buttons do. You can only assign the different functions to specific buttons. So it's a little different from your average controller remapping. You know, where you can actually change what the functions are for each button. So, yep, there's that. Then you got your video options. Got the scan lines. I got mine set to 0%. 50% is alright. Go 100% and it's really too much in my opinion. Smooth image makes it look like a watercolor instead of a pixel type deal. Display, you've got the large. The stretch does the full widescreen if you're playing it on the widescreen television. You got your normal, which is it's a smaller version of what I had with a bigger side banner. Large is what I like it on. Gives it a more arcade type feel. Then you got the flicker filter, and it is on. I don't know what that does, because obviously it didn't stop that flashing attack. Flicker filter, I know that. I think that's to do with the animation, the fighting game term, the animation or whatever. But frame art, you got your different frame art. There's 4 different ones, different things for them. And you can set it to default if you want to reset it back. So there's that, and I think that's about it. I mean, sound options, I don't think I checked that out. You got your basic in-game menu and menu effect things. Menu music, you can change it, it looks like. Slow going, stuff like that. It's got a very ancient Japanese sound to it, more of a folk style Japanese music, definitely akin to the game period the battles take place in. I love the music in this game, really good. Really good. Old instrumentals. You can hear the old instruments in them. The little wind instruments and stuff. I'm gonna have to look up and see if I can find if this has any secret unlocks, because I know some early, like Samurai Shodown 6 had all the unlocks already available. But I know, like, these older games, they do have secret characters unlocked under certain conditions and stuff. I just have to look into it. I'm pretty sure it probably does. Sounds like a scary sound there. Got the old drums there. The I like that one, so we'll leave it at that. But let me go to the multiplayer and show you how that's set up while I'm here. Might as well do that. And you also got practice if you want to, like, actually, you know, practice a certain character or something. I'll check that out first, just because, you know. And you got your basic parameters to set. You got your guard, your rage gauge, rage explosion. I think the explosion. I don't know which one's which. anyways, there's a lot to this game. You know, there's more than the original Samurai Showdowns. Like 1 and 2 were really basic. This one was a little more than basic, I would say. It's definitely got more components to it. But anyway, you got all those. You can set your character 1, character 2. You got your overkill, your concentration, rage, gauge, and explosion, guard, attack, all that stuff. Press any button to continue. This is good for learning the specials if you want to do that. And I think Oamaru, whatever you want to say his name is, I think he was he's about the most basic character in the series, so he's not got much of a move set, to be honest. I don't think they changed him too much. Yeah, it's doing some classics. I'm about to bugger off this one. Try to get your skill list. They call it skill list instead of command list. But yeah, I thought I would do some something somebody else isn't doing. I haven't seen hardly anybody streaming this game, and it's a shame. It's a pretty decent game. Of course, the online is a little lacking because the community hasn't adopted it that much. But so it's a good game. I think it's a really good fighter in a class of its own. I think sort of middle ground between old King of Fighters and old Street Fighter and the more modern stuff with the gauges and the different mechanics. So you got your find a match rooms. That would, yeah, I think Third Strike would be good on the PS4. Like they did add it to the PS3. I don't know why they haven't added it here yet. Maybe they have some kind of publisher problems or something. But I was saying, like, I would love for them to have Samurai Shodown 3 brought on here, because that was my favorite. It's like it's got the different finishers, the treachery and the chivalry finishers, and it was the best looking Samurai Shodown out of the bunch, in my opinion. Best out of the bunch. I think they would do good to bring it back, but I don't know if they're going to, seeing how this wasn't very well adopted. This is their second go at a Samurai Shodown game, and they actually released Last Blade 2 before that, so I don't know how well they're doing financially. I don't know if the latest King of Fighters, the re-release, actually did well with sales. I'm hoping maybe they can bring something else, you know, from the past here, because I love SNK fighters. Outside of the latest King of Fighter, I didn't really like that one, to be honest. But anyways, here you got the create a match story mode, practice mode, and go to create a match. Show you the different parameters you can set. You got the game time, you got the match points, you got the blood color, whether or not you want violence, you know, what grade of violence you want. So there's that. That's the matchmaking for you, pretty much. And I think that's about it. I mean, you got your ranking, you got your arcade mode, your total wins. Got to use the default, which is the level 4 difficulty, which I wasn't using, so I didn't actually rank, which is bad. But total wins. Got the top players here. Somebody was playing it. Obviously, they. My guess is these are all Japanese players by the look of the names, because they're the only ones who seem to appreciate it enough to actually put in that many wins. You see that top player had like 1,000 something wins. That's a lot of time to invest in a classic fighter like this. So I just hate the Weston adopted as well. You know, it's a decent fighter. Could be the net code, but apparently it worked all right with Japan enough for them to play that much. So I don't know. But anyways, yeah, a lot of Japanese names. Yeah, I don't see many names that stand out as being American or anything, except for that Zeki Wild right there. But yeah, I'd say if you're looking for a good local fun little fighter to like stream or something, or you know, play some arcade mode or something like I did, I'd say this is worth the $15. I'd say it's not that bad. I paid for it. This is not a review copy, by the way. I actually paid for this. You know, I was turned down for a review copy or ignored or whatever. But like, I love the series. Like I said, it's a play one last match for Beast Gamer here. But yeah, I think it's worth it. I'm happy with my purchase. You know, I'll play it every now and then. It's got its trophies. It's got its I can get my value out of it. I think I can get $15 worth. Man, I set myself up for that failure. Yes, it's not a bad game at all. Like, I mean, the offline responsiveness, the frame delay, man, it's just like it's a top-notch game, very responsive, and it has to be for the type of fighter it is. Finisher. For the finish, as it were. That's like, throwing them insults out there, Charlotte. Yay. Oh, he caught me with that one. He is the Zangief of Samurai Shodown here. He can finish me. Oh, dude. He is brutal with that. That's like half a health bar right there. Stay away from me, dude. I think the backgrounds in this game were decently done. The character animations, they kept in line with the pixel art style of the actual playable characters. I think I did a finisher. Sweet. Yeah, that's the one with the blood splatter. Yes. I think that's the one you get. The only one. I think that's the only difference between the medium gore and the heavy when you're selecting the blood options. So that's probably the only difference.
いざ尋常に一本目勝負
I'm gonna try to land this. Dude. Pressing those two buttons at the same time as the uh-oh. I just actually hit something I didn't even know I hit. Sucks. Like, I didn't even hit the share button just then, and it just knocked me off of the well, that threw my whoa. No, that was a punish and a half right there. Ah, it finished me. There I go, half the character I used to be, as it were. It's like and then in true SNK fashion, your character sort of gives up there when the game over hits. You too, dude. Take care. Take care of yourself. I think I'm gonna end it there. Hope everybody enjoyed the stream. Got a little info out of all that I said. I'm gonna upload it to YouTube if you missed some of it. I shall talk to everyone later. Take care.